The Vocational Rehabilitation Youth Technical Assistance Center presents
Finding and Hiring Problem Solvers. At NASA, we are problem solvers.
I always feel when you have a disability that you're a better problem solver in some ways because you have to solve different problems all the time. You're thinking outside the box, you're bringing in different ideas. You are now in the MCC, or Mission Control Center.
Tracy is a manager at the Mission Control Center in Houston, which handles the daily operations of the International Space Station.
Once a vehicle leaves the launch tower, it becomes ours.
I'm Dr. Tracy Caldwell Dyson. I'm an astronaut. Many of the things we do at NASA have never been done before.
At NASA, I like to say we don't even think outside the box. We stomp on the box and we just think out there. I think that people that are with disabilities are great problem solvers.
You don't know where the next problem solvers will come from.
Where are you guys from?
These high school students are learning about space technology through NASA's partnership with Texas Workforce Vocational Rehabilitation.
Inside their helmet so you don't get that CO2 buildup inside their helmets.
The more experiences that students with disabilities have at NASA, the more curious they become. And it's more likely that NASA will find its future problem solvers among them. Renisha Dixon is the activities lead in NASA's Office of STEM Engagement.
When the students get that real, authentic experience while they're still in their academic careers, that motivates them to continue.
Yeah, so the division I'm in is the robotics division, so I'm in this building over here.
Amy Quartaro was hired as a paid Pathways intern. She began at NASA as a high school student.
When I was in high school, I was in this STEM engagement program to come on site and explore and make connections and learn about opportunities at NASA.
Jonathan Abari is the Pathways program manager at Johnson Space Center.
The Pathways intern program is our primary mechanism for full-time entry-level hiring. So about 50% of our entire hiring at Johnson Space Center every single year comes from the Pathways intern program.
Amy is with Mike Boggs. He was her mentor while she was a Pathways intern at Mission Control.
And the intern program is one ways that NASA is able to hire that next generations of science and engineers. And so if I want to make my organization viable, I'm going to have interns as a pipeline to be able to bring that fresh views into our program.
Mm-hmm. So I have the cochlear implant, but I got that after I worked here.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better now than it was a year ago.
And it was important for her to communicate to me that she reads my lips. And so if I'm communicating with her, I needed to, be head on and be able to have my lips visible.
TQ Bowie, Disability Program Manager at the Johnson Space Center, explains that NASA pays the interns as they move through the pipeline to employment.
I think money is an incentive, so we pay these interns, and internship is seen as our pipeline into the federal workforce.
Yeah, and it took me a while. I had to go through this thought process when my eyesight was slowly deteriorating. I didn't want to ask for help because I thought I could do it myself. It's called retinitis pigmentosa. And it's when it can go very fast or very slow. So with this eye, I can't see y'all at all. I can't see y'all in the room, but I see like some light over there. And so some people look at people with disabilities as a weakness, but really I think it's made me a stronger person. I'm more organized because I have to have everything done. I'm more passionate about people with disabilities, so I'm more open to people of different ethnic backgrounds, for people that aren't like me. It's my wife's ringtone. Tracy Minute.
You don't know where the great ideas are going to come from. And so it's really best to be inclusive, and that's what we try to do that here.
In order for us to go to Mars, in order for us to go beyond low Earth orbit, we have to be innovative. The only way that we can be innovative is if we're inclusive. And that means including all different perspectives, such that we get the right answer that we might not have had we had people who all thought the same way.
The more people you have involved in your mission, the more ideas come about, the more you can be successful.
I'm looking at it as an investment, and so if I'm able to give Amy a good experience, she may want to come back to our organization when she decides full-time. And so if I'm making positive impacts on the interns and they're talking about it amongst themselves, I'm going to get more interns.
And it's like a trial run with us, but it's also they're actually judging us, saying, do I want to work with these people?
Our offer rates at the end of the day, after the students have gone through this experience, is upwards of 95% a year. And 95% of those folks accept. So it really has proven to be a valuable design in the way that we've structured our hiring strategy for the entry level. That is providing us access to the next generation of talent.
I don't think I'm a good leader unless I'm training the next generation to take my job. And so I do wholeheartedly believe that Amy will have my job one day and I'll be doing something else. So,
Thank you.
Yes.